Life is weird.
Super weird.
So, what did we decide to do with our fascination for the strange and unusual?
We made a podcast about it. This is Weirdify. Now,
let's get weird. Okay, I think we're live. We're live.
And we're rolling.
Okay.
Snuggle on up in here.
We're snuggling in the
Weirdifort.
Hi, guys.
Hello. Welcome back. And I know that this is our second episode posted in 2021, but we didn't say anything about it.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, in the last episode. Happy New Year.
Yes, indeed. Happy 2021.
Yeah, the world is still crazy. A lot of really upsetting things are happening, as always. But, hopefully it gets better.
It has to.
It really has to. I don't want 2021 to be 2020.2.
It's not going to be.
2.
No, absolutely not.
I take it back. I don't want to put that in the universe.
Yeah, exactly. No. Nope.
Yeah. Happy New Year, everybody.
I hope that everyone's New Year is off to a wonderful start.
Yeah. We hope that you've been safe and socially distanced, but still rang in the new year with a lot of champagne or sparkling cider or any other
whatever your
beverage of
poison
choice.
Is.
Yeah. Whatever poison you chose to pick.
I mean, drink your drink, smoke your smoke,
drink your drink, smoke your smoke.
Yep, that's my motto. Tattooed on my back.
On your butt cheek.
My left one.
Ooh, prominent butt cheek. Predominant. You're left-handed. Predominant, not prominent. I just imagine you with one excessively large butt cheek.
Yeah.
It can't get any bigger. Your butt is already a little bubble butt.
Wow, thank you, Haley.
Welcome to Weirdify.
Welcome.
I'm Haley. I'm still Haley.
And I'm still Amanda.
Yep.
And we're so happy that you've joined us this week because we are going to be talking about dun Haley.
Drum roll. Was it? That's drum roll. It's a very silent drum roll. There you go. Yours is much better. Oh, you want me to tell it?
Yes.
Oh, we're going over weird movies.
Yes, we are. Thank you.
Sorry, I didn't pick up on it.
Our creepy Miss Thang, Haley, gets to lead it this week.
That's me. New year, but still same creepy thing.
I don't think that'll ever change.
I'm still creepy. I'm still a thing.
Yep. Yes, you are.
Okay. Happy to start. So the movie I am covering is one of the highest grossing films of all time, and it's very scary, and I'm covering The Exorcist.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is that what you thought I was going to do?
No.
Did you think I was going to do Poltergeist?
Yeah.
I was like, it's either The Exorcist or Poltergeist.
Yeah.
Now I'm doing The Exorcist.
Okay.
So The Exorcist was released.
I'm so glad I say Shirley.
Oh,
like,
absolutely.
You texted me and you were like, I'm doing a creepy movie. I'm like, well, of fucking course she is, first of all.
Yeah.
Second of all, we just can't,
I walked in Amanda's house and it just cloud of sage, just a wave of sage.
I'm sorry.
I mean, there are worse smelling things than sage.
This is true.
It definitely was overpowering, but it's probably good because, yes, this movie is, I truly believe, very much haunted, which is what makes it weird to me, which is why I chose it.
Okay.
So the movie was released in 1973, and here's a little synopsis. So after playing with a Ouija board, because obviously all good things come from playing with a Ouija board.
Of course.
Totally.
Every single one of them.
12-year-old Regan begins acting odd, levitating, speaking in tongues, masturbating with a cross.
Oh my God, wait, hold on.
Crab
Hold
walking
on.
backward.
Because I don't watch scary movies. What do you...
She legitimately is, has a crucifix, and she is masturbating. She's shoving it up her cooter. Yeah.
Oh.
It's
okay, cool.
very disturbing.
Everybody's got their thing.
Yeah. So I put acting odd, levitating, speaking in tongues, masturbating with a cross, crab walking backwards down the stairs, etc.
Low key. Super low key. Just chilling. She's like, I just want a glass of milk.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So her mother seeks to save her through an exorcism performed by 2 Catholic priests.
Okay.
And regarding the crab walking down the stairs backwards, so the first time I saw this movie, I was in middle school, and I was staying the night at a friend's house. And
That's scary.
Yeah, it was, I don't know why we chose to watch The Exorcist of all movies. And she was very much Catholic, so she was screwed up after watching it. So we thought it would be funny. She didn't have stairs in her house, but they had tile floors and a huge house, and it was just tile, and it just echoed everywhere. And so the sound that she makes, imagine someone running downstairs. And so that's the sound that she makes is she's quickly backwards crab walking down the stairs, and she's doing it freakishly fast, like in those creepy, scary movies.
No, thanks.
And so our friend thought it would be so funny when we were like down the hall walking back to the living room where we had our sleeping bags set up. And she just thought it'd be funny to be like backwards coming at us down the hall. It was
awful.
My sister like dropped to the floor. She was so scared. Oh, it was really, really bad.
That's terrifying. I had a sleepover when I was in, I think, elementary school, and we were watching Goosebumps. I've always been so scared of, like, all
Goosebumps
movies my whole
scary.
life.
The books and the show and movies are
I was
awful.
terrified. And we were all just, like, sleeping on the floor in the living room. But I was so scared. I was like, nope, pillow over my head, blanket over my head. We're going to just go to a happy place, and it's not watching this.
Well, as you've established, you don't do scary movies, books.
Yeah. Well, I read The Shining, and I loved it.
Oh, yeah. I feel like Stephen King books are more psychological than they are.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, it's pretty scary. It's a pretty spooky.
I don't know. I still haven't seen The Shining or read the book. So.
Well, we have to rectify that as soon as possible.
New year, new goals.
Yes. We're going to do this.
Okay, so that was just a little synopsis of the movie. The movie is actually based on a book. Well, it's technically, okay, so the movie is based on a book that was written in 1971, and the movie came out in 1973. The book is based on the actual story of the possession and exorcism of a young boy who goes by the alias of Rolando, or I also saw Robbie Mannheim, is what people know him as, to protect his identity, obviously. Okay, so the book was written by author William Peter Blatty, and he wrote the book based on that true story, but he changed the story and tweaked the characters, obviously, hence why the main character in the book is a young girl versus a young boy, blah-de-bar.
Got it.
The book was then picked up by William Friedkin, who is the one that made it into the movie that we all know today. It is one of the scariest films of the 70s, and it was said to be so gory that the theaters actually had vomit bags and paramedics on standby as necessary at each screening.
What? Oh my gosh.
Can you imagine? Like,
that was the level.
Yeah, like I don't do, okay, so when you go to see like a slasher movie, like you obviously know there's going to be a lot of like blood and guts and gore and whatever. But I feel like when you go to see like a horror thriller movie, like I don't personally anticipate there being a lot of like gore. It's more just like the thrill and the scares and stuff.
Right.
So the fact that people were getting like so sick, I don't know, that's really unsettling and really gross.
Yeah. Ooh,
but
makes me want to watch it even less, and I don't want to watch it
already. There's some yucky stuff in this movie. Although many of us would agree that The Exorcist is one of the scariest horror films of all time, what's even scarier are all of the strange things that happened during the making of the film and after. Members of both the cast and crew have said that they felt a darkness surrounding them that they couldn't quite process, and it made it hard to swallow the unexplained things that continued to happen as the film was being made. So here are some of the happenings that happened. During filming and after. So first is the fire. So the original set that was built for The Exorcist, so obviously it all takes place in the McNeil family house, who the daughter's Regan McNeil. And so the whole set was just a giant home. And the original home set that was built caught fire and everything burnt down except Regan's room, who was obviously the daughter, and that is where most of the intense exorcism scenes took place. Yeah, gross. The second one is actress Ellen Bernstein's injury. So Ellen Bernstein is the one who played Regan's mother, Chris McNeil, and she actually experienced a severe injury while filming. So during a scene, Regan manages to throw her mother across the room, and Bernstein landed flat on her back as a result of the harness that she was wearing being pulled too tightly, and she actually wound up breaking her coccyx from the fall. And so the scream that she gives in the movie is the actual legitimate real-life scream because she was in such severe pain. And
I don't like that.
Obviously, she fractured it. It was broken, and she continued, like, there were lasting effects based on that, or from that injury.
Ugh.
Yeah. My next thing is, I just put all the deaths. So, 2 actors who had been scripted to die in the film actually died in real life post-production of the film. And in addition, 7 people connected to the cast and crew died from natural or unexplained causes before the film had even premiered.
I don't like that either.
Thus bringing the death toll to 9 people.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
And
I quit. I don't want to come on a set anymore.
Yeah.
Bye.
I know.
You will not see me again.
One of the instances was one of the, I think, actors that played one of the 2 priests in the movie. He almost died in a severe motorcycle accident. Didn't actually die, but it was in a severe injuries and was like a really traumatic motorcycle accident. And then one who had actually died was actually the son of the woman who had voiced like the demon that was possessing Regan. It was this lady, I forgot her name, and I'm so sorry, but I know it starts with an M. She drank heavily, smoked, swallowed like raw eggs so she could get like that mucusy sound to like convey the disgusting voice of the demon.
Oh my gosh, what a commitment.
I know, and her son actually had killed his wife and son, I believe, and then committed suicide shortly after. Oh, actually, no, it was, shortly after the release of the film.
Oh my gosh.
So those are just a couple really weird ones, but it usually happened to like family members of the cast and crew or people like very, very close to them.
Jeez Louise.
I know. My next one is The Sign? Question mark? So actor Jason Miller played Father Karras in the film, and he was the priest that the Catholic Church had appointed to assist with the exorcism. And while Miller was walking on the street, a priest, an actual real-life priest, actually approached him and gave him a medallion and said, "Reveal the devil for the trickster that he is. He will seek retribution against you, and he will even try to stop what you are trying to do to unmask him."
Oh my god. Oof.
I know. A priest just comes up with you and is like, "My son.
Oh no.
Continue doing Unmask the Devil."
Like, sir, please keep walking. I'm not ready for all that.
I haven't had my Starbucks.
I need to get some
I'm
coffee.
Not ready.
Oh my
really, really early.
Hold that thought. Would you like something from inside? Keep that medallion. Oh my god.
The next thing is actress Linda Blair's mental breakdown. So Linda Blair is the one that played Regan in the film. And in order to accurately portray the role, she had to constantly get herself into a deep mindset of what it would be like for Regan. And as a result of this, she often experienced countless nervous breakdowns during filming. And so that prolonged things, along with like the fire and other circumstances. Filming just took a really, really long time.
Yeah.
And then obviously the mom broke her coccyx. Haley and words apparently don't work.
She broke her cock.
This next one was probably the most terrifying for me. So this is having to do with the movie's first screening, which took place in Rome, Italy.
Ooh.
And this screening took place in a piazza, so a big open like courtyard thing. What?
It's like pizza. I'm sorry, I don't know.
So the screening took place between 2 churches, and on the night of the actual screening, there was torrential downpour and lightning storms.
Oh boy.
And apparently one of the 400-year-old crucifixes was struck by lightning and fell directly in the middle of the piazza where the screening was happening. And one woman was even so scared of the film that she passed out, fell, and broke her jaw.
Oh my gosh.
She did sue Warner Brothers, though, and did receive an undisclosed amount.
Wow.
But she did get a little something out of suing them. But yeah, crazy. And the final fact was, while Blatty was writing the book, he often said that he felt a dark, ominous presence surrounding him, and that he would often claim to actually see things levitate at night while he was writing.
Ew.
So
ew.
All of those facts, along with just the movie as a whole, makes for quite a terrifying movie night. But
yeah, it does.
That's my movie.
I'm going to put on The Devil Wears Prada, maybe Legally Blonde, or...
Well, in the words of Miranda Priestley, that's all.
That's all.
Your turn.
Okay.
No. That wasn't a question.
Your turn.
The Marshalier. Get him on the phone.
Is the Marshalier on the phone? I don't know. I don't think that's what she sounds like.
What kind of scars would you like? Please bore someone else with your question. Hashtag Prada sponsor.
Yeah, trolling. things are gonna take a turn.
Wow, the shoe is on the other foot.
Yes, it is.
It's weird being on this side, but I'm ready.
Yes. Let's begin.
But things aren't going to be worse than, like, masturbating with a crucifix, I hope.
No.
Perfect.
No, they're going to take a turn.
In another, like, in a better direction.
Exactly.
That
it was
is a
just
change.
Taking a spin on your little jingle.
That's a change.
Jingle,
okay.
jangle.
It's
Okay.
a welcomed change.
Have you seen Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind?
Of the Spotless Mind? Yes.
You have?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so glad. Okay, so that's the
Kate
movie I'm doing.
Winslet, love her.
Yeah, and
Jim
Kirsten Dunst.
And Jim Carrey.
Yeah. Elijah Wood. All right.
I haven't
We're
seen that movie.
off to the races.
I haven't seen that movie in a very long time. I'd watch that one. That movie is, from what I remember, really good.
Yeah, it is really good. I just watched it myself. All right, so great. That's going to make this so much better. So it was released in 2004, and as we mentioned, stars a lot of big names. Kate Winslet and Jim Carrey being the two main characters who play Joel Barish and Clementine Krasinski, which I just love the name Clementine. Like, I just can't.
It's a good one.
Yeah, it's great. This movie actually won Best Screenplay, and that's not super surprising because it's shot and transitioned beautifully from beginning to end. It also won Best Director and Best Editing. So this is, as you know, one of these movies where you can watch it over and over and over again, and each time you watch it, you're gonna, like, gain a little bit more information about the storyline. So Joel is kind of the main guy, and he's quiet, he's shy, there's not really a super lot going for him, right? He's just kind of like in a rut, not the most exciting. And then there's Clementine, who's basically the exact opposite, of
Her
course.
name's Clementine.
And her name's Clementine.
She's bound to be a little...
just, yeah, out there.
eccentric.
She's outgoing, impulsive, she's got all these fun hair colors throughout the movie, and she's confident and just kind of like does what she wants kind of a girl, you know? Mm-hmm. So the movie is shot on all these multiple timelines happening. So the key is, like, I guess, trying to piece them together to formulate what's actually going on. Mm-hmm. So Clementine's hair color changes from green to blue to red to kind of like a faded orangey color. And that can help you figure out what time. Should I say spoiler alert, or is that a given?
As it transitions through, like, what, like the rainbow colors?
Well, I just mean, like, I'm gonna like talk about the movie. So
I would just say, yeah. I mean, spoilers just in case if you haven't seen the movie.
Yeah, this is the movie. So sorry.
Yeah.
Pause it, watch it, hit play. Great. Welcome back. Okay. So faded orangey color. The hair colors can help you figure out what timeline that they're on. So something I didn't piece together until after the movie is that you kind of see them meet multiple times.
Mm-hmm, I remember that.
Mm-hmm. And so that's kind of just odd. And that is seemingly because they're on this loop where they meet, they fall in love, they break up, and they keep doing it over and over again, but they don't realize it. And this is what makes the movie unique, is they don't realize it because every time they break up, the impulsive Clementine goes to this company, Lacuna, I think it's pronounced, where they specialize in removing memories.
That's right. It's been so long since I've seen this movie.
Oh, okay.
So it's coming back.
So, yeah, so they specialize in removing memories. So she goes and she has all of her memories of Joel removed. And every time Joel finds out that she's done this, he goes and has the same thing done. So there's this shot of Joel walking into the lobby, and there's this older lady with a box of dog stuff, and she's crying, and she's there to have her memories of her dog removed.
Oh.
I know, it's so sad. Okay, so they ask you to bring in anything that would be a memory of that person, like pictures, cards, letters, mugs, anything. And then they record an interview of you talking about the reasons why you want this person removed from your memory. They come to your house. They set up, the memory removal 5,000 equipment, and it's like a pasta strainer that goes on your head, and you lay in your bed and they set everything up and they remove your memories. And when you wake up, it's supposed to be as if you just woke up in your bed on any other day, but without the memories of whatever it was.
Unfazed.
Exactly. So as if jumping back and forth between the timelines and trying to make sense of that wasn't hard enough, it gets even stranger While Joel is undergoing this procedure, or at least one of the times, he starts to realize what is happening and starts to rethink the decision, but he's in the procedure, so it's too late. So his like subconscious memory self is like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to lose Clementine. So at this point, instead of jumping just between timelines, we're jumping between his memories that are being erased as the machine tries to find and delete all these memories of Clementine. Okay, and this is so cool. So the way it's portrayed is like you're in one memory in one scene. I think he's in the library or something like that. And then he walks outside of the library door and he's in his friend's living room.
Yeah.
So the transitions are just, but they're so clean. Like they're so well done. You don't even notice or necessarily realize that it's a different scene.
Right.
There was one part where they're in a bed on the beach and it's like snowing or it's just like you get these cool transitions and these cool weird things that wouldn't happen in a normal movie, you know? So he's reliving all of these memories of Clementine and he's remembering that he doesn't want to forget her. So him and Clementine, in his mind, come up with a plan to evade the machine. So they start going to memories that she wasn't a part of so that it doesn't know to find her. So they start jumping back into his childhood before he knew her. And one of the coolest scenes was when they jumped back. He was like a little, I think he was 4, and he's underneath the kitchen table, and they just jump back to this yellow retro kitchen. And it's so cool, and you just take a step back in time. And even Clementine's like, this kitchen's so pretty. So they just go back and forth. They jump to him like masturbating in a scene as a teenager, and his mom walks in on him because they're really trying to evade this machine. And she's like, you got to go to somewhere where you're shameful. It's not going to think to look for me there. So it's kind of sad. They're like jumping back and forth between all these timelines. But unfortunately, they do all get erased. And that's, you know, the loop, right?
Right.
So while all of this is going on, there are supposed to be 2 people there monitoring him. Stan and Patrick, played by Mark Ruffalo and Elijah Wood.
Ugh, love Mark Ruffalo.
Same.
And Elijah Wood, but
not in this movie, though. He's a creepy little creep. So Patrick, who's Elijah Wood, leaves early on the procedure. Like, he's just like, I'm out of here.
Okay.
Because he's a super creep.
Yeah.
And he fell in love with Clementine when she came in to get her memories removed. So then when Joel came in to get his memories removed, he basically steals his memories and the ones that made her happy and reenacts them. And is like living out that fantasy with her.
That's right, yeah.
But it kind of backfires because she's very, like, triggered by it. Like, I don't know, you can just tell that she's affected by it in a way, like, this isn't the first time this is happening kind of a thing.
Yeah, but it feels off.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So in comes Mary, played by Kirsten Dunst. And I don't know if she's apparently, like, dating, you know, Mark Ruffalo's character or whatever, but she works for the company also. She's, like, a receptionist or something like that. Instead of watching over Joel and monitoring the machines and making sure that all the correct memories are being erased, they're, like, partying and drinking and, like, just, like, in their underwear dancing around. They're smoking. They're just, like, having a ball. And it's kind of an interesting juxtaposition as, you know, Joel is struggling to try and save every last memory of Clementine, and it's like so tender on the other side of this that there's these careless employees.
Yeah, I was going to say just really careless.
Yeah, it's like these totally opposite, you know, I don't know. It's just an interesting juxtaposition in the movie. Meanwhile, while we can see inside Joel's minds, he can hear the music and hear them talking, which is what makes him realize that he basically remembers that he's laying in his bed and there's a machine hooked up to him. And that's why he tries to start saving these memories of Clementine. So as he starts evading the machine, Stan eventually just like glances over at the machine and realizes that it's not on him. Or I mean, I don't really know how the machine works, but he's like, we lost him because he's like in his childhood or whatever. So they call in the doctor, Howard, played by Tom Wilkinson, and he's seemingly the guy who runs the company. He's, you know, the head guy. Stan walks outside, and Mary takes this as an opportunity to flirt with him. They end up kissing, and then the doctor's wife pulls up and sees them kissing, and Mary runs out, and she's like, I'm sorry, like, I forced myself on him. And the wife is like, it's fine, like, you already had him. And she drives off, or like, she says something like that, and you're kind of like, what? And then it turns out that Mary has already had her memory erased of her and the doctor's relationship.
Oh, yeah.
And so this ends up, like, setting her off, and she ends up taking all of the interview tapes and everybody's files and sending it back to all of the people who have been patients there. Which, can you imagine? Okay, I know this is a horrible thought, but imagine like deleting your memory of Michael and giving them reasons as to why you would want your memory of him deleted, and then a tape showing up.
Yeah.
And like a file of you talking about a person that you don't remember.
Oh, that makes me want to cry.
Ugh.
Yeah. Makes me really emotional.
So Clementine and Joel get these tapes and they're together and they are like listening to them together, and it's just really jarring and really weird for them. And
so he takes the Clementine, just to refresh my memory. So when him and Clementine are on this whole like, okay, no, we have to go hide in other memories, it's his subconscious memory of Clementine.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
Right. Okay, that's what
yeah, for sure. Like none of it's actually real. It's just all in his head.
Right.
But yeah, they're just going into his subconscious. I mean, they're just already there.
Right.
But it's really interesting because somewhere along the lines, she says in the very last memory as she fades away, "Meet me in Montauk," which is the opening scene of them meeting at this train station. So
and the loop just starts over
exactly.
again. Yeah.
So it's just this, they're connected in some way beyond fate, and it's just they're on this vicious cycle until they can either figure out how to work out their differences or not find each other. I don't know. Yeah. But I thought it was a great movie. It was beautifully done, and Jim Carrey, I feel like, usually plays really silly, goofy roles.
Yeah.
And I felt like he did a really good job doing something more kind of somber.
Him. Yeah, because Kate Winslet usually does more intense movies.
Yeah.
And, a very, well, I was going to say not so different for her, but she's not usually, like, quirky per se. I feel like she's usually like the really strong like powerhouse woman, but like I guess in a way this is just another version of that, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
Like really taking hold of like who she is. And
I've really honestly not seen her in a whole lot of movies. I really mainly know her from Titanic, so this is a totally different role, and I really enjoyed seeing her in a totally different role, and she killed it.
Yeah.
I loved it. It was a great movie.
I'll have to rewatch that one because I haven't seen it in years, and I remember it being beautiful.
Yeah, it was. Well, I would rewatch it with you because after watching it and then, looking at all these breakdown videos,
you want to pick up on all the little different things you didn't see.
One of the videos I saw was saying that her hair color shows what stage their relationship is at. So when her hair is green, it's usually in the beginning stages of their relationship, which is like springtime and like new life and like new love, and then it fades, or then I think it turns red, which is like the fiery, heated, like passionate, you're so in love, and then the next phase is like this orangey yellow color where in those scenes they're kind of just like not as happy. They're like not as nice to each other. You can tell they just kind of like, they're just like bitter towards each other. Yeah. And then when her hair is blue, it's just sadness. Like a sad time for their relationship. Yeah. So that was interesting. So I would like to rewatch and see if I find truth in that also, Yeah. Because I wouldn't be surprised. And then the director, Michel Gondry, I would like to watch more movies that he's done because I really liked the way that this movie was shot. It was just so unique. And I guess his inspiration was from like a friend at a party who had shown up and just went through a breakup. And he was like, man, I just wish I could forget the whole thing. Crazy. And so it just sparked this. But what I find interesting is, we do live in a time where this is plausible. Yeah. And maybe it's already happening and it's just not open to the general public or something, but I think it just kind of beautifully articulates the human mind and the human heart and how fickle they are. Yeah. And how it's like you can want one thing today, but our emotions change so drastically. What I wanted 2 years ago is different from what I want right now. Yeah. And to erase a whole person, I mean.
That's heavy. Well, because erasing one person, it removes a whole segment of time. Yeah. If you think about during the honeymoon stages of relationships and you're with that person constantly, it could be a whole year of where it's just you now have all of this time just gone because you were constantly with this person. But if you're removing all the memories of this person, like there's been times where I've wanted to remove memories of like exes and stuff, and it's just, but then I also come to and I'm like, you know what? No, because that's what got me here, and that's like how like what I went through, and you grow through what you go through. But I could understand if you're, if it's something that's available and it's so painful and you can't see the other side of it, the pain that, it's just, there's just no other option, I guess. Yeah. But good choice. I'd be down to watch that with you for sure.
Sweet. We'll make it a theme day.
Yeah. I think I watched that one in middle school too. That was like, or like freshman year. That was like the last time I saw it. So it's been at least like 15 years.
I haven't even like heard of it.
Really? You never heard of it, really? Oh, it's pretty well known. It's mainly well known because it's such a long title.
I was going to read the quote from Alexander Pope that Kirsten Dunst says kind of towards the end as she's hitting on the doctor. I had it at the beginning, but then when you knew the movie, So Kirsten Dunst's character says this towards the end, and she's like basically hitting on the doctor. She's like, look at these fancy quotes I know. How happy is the blameless vessel's lot, the world forgetting, by the world forgot. Eternal sunshine of the spotless mind, each prayer accepted and each wish resigned.
It's deep stuff, man.
Words, yeah.
Words. Those are words.
Yes, they are.
Deep words.
Yeah. So, that's that one.
That's a good one. Highly recommend.
See, a good turn. They took a very good turn.
It was a very good turn. I highly recommend that one. I do recommend watching The Exorcist at least once, just because it's so popular. Well,
no.
Just because it's so popular in film. But
don't care.
It is very scary.
I couldn't give less of a fuck how popular it is. I really couldn't. I want nothing to do with that movie. I don't want to watch any scary movie.
I know you don't.
I would rather watch The Shining on repeat. That's where I'm at. That's my limit. That's my jam. That's it. I'm not trying to watch The Exorcist.
I'm going to try to convince you to watch American Horror Stories. The title.
No.
Yeah.
No.
You'll like some seasons, I promise. I promise you. I promise. We're going to watch it, and you're going to be like, okay, all right. Okay. Yes. You will. I promise. It's going to happen.
I'm good.
I'll skip over the really scary ones. It's very misleading with the title, horror in the... Like, with horror in the title.
Yeah, and then
horror.
My brother and Tiffany watch them, and yeah, no, it's not on my alley. I'll enjoy it.
I bet you money you will like some seasons, but anyway, like, we'll cross that bridge. Good stuff. So many weird movies.
Truly.
So many good movies, and so many movies that a lot of us haven't seen. I actually am very surprised that I've seen that, because I haven't seen so many movies.
I'm so happy that you have.
Yeah, it definitely helped, because I feel like that would have been a lot of, like, channels.
Yeah.
And you have to definitely, like, watch it to really realize, okay, now I know what Amanda was talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I see that and whatnot.
Exactly. Well, thanks for listening, guys. Yeah. And hello, France, and hello, Atlanta, Georgia. How'd you find us?
There's all the little peeps from all over the world.
This is so exciting.
It is. There's people outside of San Diego that enjoy listening to us, which is kind of mind-blowing.
Yeah, anybody
but really humbling.
In San Diego, I just assume that we know them.
Family or friend. Yeah, 100%.
And somebody in France, I definitely have no idea who you are. And definitely I have no idea who you are in Atlanta, Georgia either.
Yeah. We are fans of all of you, no matter where you listen. You can be in a yurt in the middle of the forest and somehow listening, and we love you.
Yeah.
Just like you could be...
I mean, I hope to be in a tiny house in the middle of the forest someday soon, and we'll hopefully still be bringing Weirdify at you. So.
Oh, yeah. Hopefully. Yeah, it'll probably be quieter.
Oh, it will be. That's
surrounded by nobody versus dogs and just the busiest city on the planet, I swear.
Yeah, truly.
Not busiest, but noisiest.
Mm-hmm. That one. Definitely.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Well, you guys from places we don't know, can you email us and say hi and tell us how you found us? Because we would love to just say hi, and even if you don't have a weird story to write in, we would just love to hear that. You know,
we want to hear
feedback, or what are you enjoying, if you know.
Yeah, how you found our little corner.
Yeah.
Of
welcome.
The interwebs and the podcast world.
Excited you guys keep tuning in.
Yeah.
So hi.
We're excited all of you guys keep tuning in, no matter where you are. But it's very exciting to have people that are so far.
Yeah.
Tuning in. We obviously don't know you, so it's very exciting.
Yes, indeed.
Write us in. You can find all the information at our website, which is weirdifypodcast.com.
And I'm calling out you, but I'm not naming you, but you know who you are. If you have said that you're going to write in an email, write it in. Stop teasing us. We want to record another What's the Weird. It's for you.
It is for you. And there have been some folks who've said, oh, yeah, totally going to write in.
Yeah, and
we are patiently waiting with bated breath.
Beautifully said, Haley. Beautifully said. Please write us. We would love to hear the weird shit you want to tell us about.
Yeah, we want to hear all the weird shit.
Yep.
You can also find us on Instagram
and Twitter
at Weirdify Podcast.
And
by the time this comes out, you'll probably have a video finally on Instagram
of the Weirdify.
The Weirdify.
Yes, you will. We can't make them wait any longer.
No, I'm going to try to curate it and make it beautiful and just to hopefully convey exactly how we feel when we're in our tiny little Weirdify.
Yeah.
Surrounded by plants and crystals and usually consuming some type of alcohol.
Yes, and our little audience.
Yeah.
Our little token audience members. Yeah. It's fun in here.
It is very fun. We say that every time, and hopefully you guys think so too when you can finally see what we do every time we record, or where we are every time we record.
Exactly.
Yeah. But other than that, we hope that your New Year's is starting off well.
And we hope that the rest of it is also well, too.
Yes, and we hope that it's weird, but in a good way.
In the best way possible.
Yeah, we hope that it, all the negativity slows down and the pandemic slows down and things but, we'll still be here.
Well, my mom working on a COVID ICU unit is not slowing down.
No, I know.
So when she says it is, I'll be like, woohoo.
I know. Yeah, she'll be the first one.
Yeah.
She'll be our first, point of contact to know, how things are going.
Fucking badass.
Yeah.
She's out there.
Kristen, you're
killing it.
Yeah,
Thank you.
It. We appreciate
Thank you all, the healthcare workers.
Yep.
We are so grateful for you guys.
Yep.
Putting in those hours.
Yeah, especially with post-holidays. It's just coming in waves, and I feel like it's gonna get worse before it gets better. And I
was gonna say it's just like it's not over yet, and you guys are just still trucking, and it's not like my mom was like, yeah, sign me up to work on a COVID unit,
right?
But she's
just
there,
comes with the territory,
she's doing it, and
yeah, we appreciate and we love you all.
Yeah,
I think that's all.
Is that all?
Yeah.
Should we stop it here?
We can stop it here.
All right, guys. Well, until next time, keep
it weird.